Alrighty, time for Pegasus, and in this match he is going up against Espa Roba. Now you would think that it should be a somewhat easy match for Pegasus. Espa Roba doesn't really have anything that powerful besides Jinzo. So Pegasus, in theory, should get a win, but you never know. In Yu-Gi-Oh, you never know what could happen. Alright, Pegasus has got Toon Cyber Dragon, he's got his Toon Ancient Gear Golem, Toon Briefcase, Toon World, and Toon Defense. So it's not a bad starting hand. Espa Roba has gone with face down defense. That will allow Pegasus to get Toon Cyber Dragon to the field. And he's just drawn Toon Kingdom as well, which again is also a very useful card. So 3 have been removed from play, so Pegasus could activate it. And to the end phase, turn change back to Espa Roba. So Toon Cyber Dragon couldn't attack the turn it was summoned. And okay, Espa Roba now with another defense. Pegasus, Roba used Dispel to get Toon Kingdom off the field. Fortunately for Pegasus, that didn't destroy Toon Cyber Dragon. That is an effect with some of the toons. Alright, over to comments. Moonwolfie says if Pegasus bricks, he will have trouble. But if he can get Toon World and Toon Kingdom in his first or second turn and doesn't brick, then he could be difficult for some. Well, that's pretty much what he's done on this match. The can't attack the turn they are summoned condition could put Pegasus in a bind against the stronger opponents. Him getting a strong Toon out won't do him any good if he has to wait a turn to attack. Kyber and Arcana would take full advantage of that. The Toons not being able to attack the turn they're summoned could also come back to bite Pegasus against someone like Bakura as well, especially when quick win conditions could be building up like a Destiny board or something like that as well. Okay, direct attacks coming in now, so Espa Roba is very quickly running out of life points as well here. Emperor Pikachu says, as Pegasus would say, sorry Loomis and Umbra Boy, I win. So Loomis and Umbra did actually get one win against Pegasus. There's a Hero's Shadow Scout, or Hyro's Shadow Scout, however it is said. So that's 1 to the graveyard, that'll be 2 to the graveyard, oh, that'll be 3 to the graveyard, and very good magic cards as well. That's not the sorts of cards that Pegasus wants getting thrown to the graveyard. Toon Rollback would have won it there and then. And Dark Rabbit is what is drawn after, so Pegasus still has the advantage though. It's going to be very difficult for Roba. Roba would have to get Jinzo out to be able to save this, which, in theory, not impossible. He does have a few different methods to getting Jinzo out as well, but he would have to draw it on this turn if he can't get Jinzo to the field. Unfortunately for Roba, it's, what is it, would have been a 1 in 33 chance. Says Monster Reborn. I think the only monster destroyed right now has been Hyro's Shadow Scout. And Alejandro Fernandez says, oh no man, I was just about to fall asleep, might have to postpone that plan. I absolutely adore these long format videos. That was on the card collecting. It was a live stream. Well, it probably would have been very difficult to stay awake through. It did go for nearly 4 hours. Collecting the cards on the other profile to try to get some more deck slots open, which is coming along somewhat. It's such a tedious process. So there's when you got to gain over 10,000 cards and you can only get 8 at a time, and then you have to deal with doubles and all that. Yeah, we're talking about a long process. It's Pegasus has picked up the first win. Alright, as they change over, I watched NXT today, and again, NXT is it's gotten so good that it's no longer WWE's developmental show. That is now WWE Evolve, which is on YouTube as well, which is basically what NXT used to be back when it started. But how good must it feel for Trips, HBK, Ava, like the brand NXT, to get that good that it grows out of being developmental and becomes its own standalone brand. And again here, that's a very good starting hand for Pegasus. Toon Dark Magician has a very powerful effect as well, being able to call fellow Toons out of the deck, ignoring their summoning conditions, as Toon Table of Contents now. Oh, there's Mind Crush from Espa Roba. Declare one card name. If that card is in your opponent's hand, they must discard all copies of it. Otherwise, you discard one random card. So, what would you go for here as Roba? Would you go for Toon World? And he does. And Toon World has been sent to the graveyard. However, Toon Table of Contents is in Pegasus's hand, and unfortunately, that means that Roba's what was actually a clever play didn't actually work. With a different hand, that could actually have spelt disaster for Pegasus. Toon Alligator has come to the field, so Toon Summon Skull now can also be special summoned if Pegasus wants that, and he does. It's more of a costly toon, costs 500 points to attack with, but again, with Toon Kingdom on the field, it will be able to attack directly. And being able to attack directly is such a massive advantage for this stage of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pegasus did have toons like this for Duelist Kingdom, so it was a thing. It was just a lot harder to summon them. There was no Toon Table of Contents, there was no Toon Kingdom in those Duelist Kingdom decks, so actually getting Toon World on the field was quite difficult. You could have up to 3 copies of it, however, it's still very unlikely to draw it, so... Oh, Gift of the Martyr. That's a good play. It'll get Illusory Gentleman to 2700. Unfortunately, it will not work, because Toon Kingdom will allow Pegasus to throw a card from his deck to the banish pile and protect his Toon Summon Skull. Espa Roba has had the moves in this second match, but unfortunately, none of them have worked. The Toon deck is actually... it's a lot better than I thought it was. I didn't think it was actually this solid defensively. Offensively, there's good monsters in there, but its support, magic, and traps actually come in super handy for it. Comic Hand now played. So the Illusory Gentleman is stolen off of Espa Roba's field. So altogether, that'd be, it would have been 4,000 life points. However, Toon Cyber Dragon is going to come to the field instead. Toon Dark Magician could have made the appearance as well, utilizing the effect that has as well, but Toon Summon Skull will go in for the attack. Toon Cyber Dragon can't attack the turn it's summoned. But Roba is staring down a lot of attack points, and a lot of attack points that can attack directly because Toon World is on the field. Thunder Kid used to be called Kamurinikozu or something. It was a really long, difficult to pronounce name. And there's Toon Rollback. Super useful card for Pegasus's deck. Toon Summon Skull will be able to attack twice, and Espa Roba has been absolutely thumped. See, now with this sort of drawing, Pegasus will be very strong. Loomis and Umbra, along with Strings, they both got a win, but that was because Pegasus drew a brick hand. So it's going to be a very interesting run for Pegasus. I doubt he will win as many as Chumlee and Jaden and Tanya and all them did, but still pretty keen series. And I think Bandit Keith should come after Pegasus. The series has done as well. Well, it's a quick one, but it was still a pretty entertaining one. Roba did his best, but Pegasus gets the win in the end. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and I am also working towards putting together some structure deck games as well. I might be able to get one of them commentated tomorrow. It's just that they are quite long. We're talking 45 minutes to an hour for each episode, so it's quite a long process. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.